Hello, and welcome to the Women's Virtual Summit. My name is Rachel, and I am so excited to be here with you. And I am so grateful for the opportunity to be in this space with you and with all the women that are involved in this Women's Summit. I'm grateful for April for providing this space so that we can all come together as women and just learn from each other, grow with each other, empower each other. I just think it's a really powerful opportunity that we're taking in this space. And I know if you're here, you are a woman that is ready to take the next step, ready to up her game, go into the next level. And you're someone who expansion and becoming the best version of yourself is something that's important to you. So I also know that if you are a woman who is a mom and a wife and all of those things, you probably have a busy, hectic schedule. And so I want to make sure that I am honoring your time and just giving you like some simple, easy, valuable things that you can actually walk away with today and start implementing. So thank you for being here. So my name is Rachel, and I am the owner of The Rockin' Body, which is fitness and nutrition and lifestyle coaching. And I just freaking love it. And I went into that field because honestly, when I started working on my body, it just made me feel good. And I loved how I felt when I would go to the gym and go to classes, and I would just feel like so freaking amazing. And I would just come back home and I would feel like the best mom and the best wife. And so I just wanted to be able to empower and be part of that journey for other women. So this virtual summit is about fortification. And I'm excited about this because even though there's some areas where like are super fun, where you can go get massages and go get your nails done and get your hair done and all that fun stuff, that is also a place where years ago, I honestly didn't have the budget for. And I think all of those things are important. But for me, my journey started in the body. So I want to share some self-care tips for you that are just simple that you can get started with the body. So in my line of work, a lot of women come to me because they're just super unhappy with what they look like, or they're trying to lose those extra pounds because they have a cruise coming up and or just whatever. Like a lot of us women, there's a lot of focus on the body. And if we feel like we don't look good, we don't feel good, we don't operate in like a really powerful stance, we're just kind of like, blah. So I love getting started with women and working with the body, because when we feel good, we're nice, we're powerful, we're strong, we're enthusiastic, we're happy, and it just empowers everybody around us. Like you have that saying, if mom ain't happy, nobody's happy, right? And like we're the leaders of our family. We are the leaders of our home, and how we operate and how we show up, it matters. And when we don't feel good, it matters. So I'm in the business of helping women learn how to fortify themselves to feel good so that they can operate at their highest levels. So I'm going to just kind of share with you, I'm just going to throw at you 3 tips that you can actually get started and do right now. Like I said, I want to maximize our time here together. So I'm just going to go through these a little bit quickly, and they're very simple, but they are so simple that people forget that it can be this simple. So when you hear these, and like, don't discount them, because even though they're simple, they're actually very crucial to your foundation of your body goals. They really are. So it's just that we think that, I feel like as women, like we think that there's like this magic pill. We feel like there has to be some easy answer to feeling good, getting the body we want, losing that belly fat. Like it's just, there's no magic pill. You're the magic pill. Let's get that straight right now. You are your magic pill. You get to do the work. You get to put in the time. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh my gosh, if you are not somebody that's already working out right now or exercising or paying attention to your food, you're like, how am I going to do this? Because I'm already stressed to the max. I've already got my plate so full. And so I am just going to come in and give you some easy tips. So, okay, the first one is water. Okay, I start my clients off by telling them that it is very crucial for them to drink a gallon of water every day. And if you're like me, when I first heard that, I was like, holy crap, a whole gallon? Like I'm drinking 2 bottles of water right now. How am I going to get to a gallon? Easy. I want you to hear that from me. We're going to make this easy. Wherever you are right now, you are going to go 1 level up. So if you are only drinking 16 ounces of water a day and the rest is Diet Coke or whatever your nemesis is, we all have one, right? Mine used to be Diet Dr. Pepper. I loved it. But actually I haven't had one of those in like, I don't even know how long. It's been years, seriously. Because I don't crave it anymore. And that's what's so fun along your journey is as you expand and grow, like you actually don't even want some of the things that you might be wanting right now. So, but I'm not going to take it away from you. We are going to add in good things into your life right now. So water, gallon of water, start where you're at. There's a couple of tricks that I do. So the first one is I get a water bottle and fill it up at night and put it on my nightstand so that when I wake up first thing in the morning and I'm getting ready and going into the bathroom or whatever, I actually try to drink about half of that before I even leave the bathroom. So, excuse me. So I'm just getting up and starting my day with adding water into my body right away. And that just kind of gets things moving and gets your body going. And it actually is a natural energy source. So you will actually find that as you add water and once you're getting what you're required to get, you will have a different level of energy. And we all want that, right? We all want extra energy. So the other thing that I do is, so fill your water bottle up at night and put it by your bedstand and take it with you in the bathroom in the morning when you wake up. Drink half of it. Super easy. That will help you get in an easy 16 ounces first thing in the morning. And then what was the other thing I was just going to tell you? Okay. Then the next trick that I have is to take 6 gulps every single time that I take a drink of water. So got my water bottle right here. Literally, I am going to that's 6. So look how much I got down. That's like 8 ounces. Let me see. Yeah, 8 ounces is half the bottle. 8 ounces in one drink. And so that just makes it super easy. I think I heard one time to take 10 gulps and I tried that and I felt like I was drowning. So I just changed it for me to be 6 gulps. And if I continually have that in my head, like every time I go take a drink of water, I'm going to take 6 gulps. It helps me so much to just get my water down. Because like you can see, that's only half. I mean, that's already half. So I'm halfway down to 16 ounces. One other thing is like, I have had clients where they're like, okay, using a straw helped. I loved the hospital mugs when you give birth. They give you those 32-ounce mugs. I used that for years and I loved them until it finally broke, and then I was so sad, but that's okay. I found a new option. I have now I have water bottles that they're tin water bottles. They I don't know if you guys have any wine or whatever. I didn't even know that this is what they used to be used for, but they're really cool water bottles, and they keep your liquids cold or hot, whatever you want. And so I was like, okay, I need about 100 ounces. I'm just rounding it out. So I bought, I knew that I needed, 125 ounces. So I wanted 5 water bottles. So something that I did for me is I was like, okay, I'm going to get this one. They were like $10. So they were more expensive than what I would normally spend on a water bottle. And so I used it as a reward. So I got like a silver one first. And then I made a goal for myself that if I hit my gallon of water for the whole entire week, then the next Friday I could get a purple one. And then I would have 2 that I could just fill up. And that would they were each 25 ounces. So I was like, oh, and then I'll have 50 ounces and so I would just fill up both of those every day. And then I'd only have to fill them up 4 times or five times, whatever. And so then the next week, if I hit my water goal, then I could get a blue one. And so then I would have 3. And so I did that for 5 weeks until I had a black one, a silver one, a purple one, a hot orange one, and a blue one. And that way, and I would use like the orange one in the afternoon when I would feel like that slump, then I would want to be like happy again. Or of course, I'm a trainer. And so I would take it to the gym and I would match my gym clothes with my water bottle. So if I was wearing blue, I would take my blue one to the gym in the morning with me. And then all the other colors, I would just have like 5 of them filled up first thing in the morning. And then I knew once I hit all 5 of them, then I hit my water goal. So I guess my point with that is you can make it whatever you want. I have some clients that literally just carry a gallon jug of water and they just drink it down. You probably have seen it in the gym too, with like bodybuilders and stuff like that. A lot of people do it that way. I don't do it that way because I don't know. I like the smaller ones, but I do like matching my shaker cups to my outfits. I know it's really silly and really girly, but that's just part of my life. I like to sparkle. So that's what I do. But make it fun and make it doable and just expand one level of it at a time. So wherever you're at right now, I want you to increase it by at least 1 water bottle and get really consistent there, and then move it up and then move it up until you've hit your gallon of water. Once you hit your gallon of water, some options that you can do is you can use, I like to add fruit into my water, mostly lemons, because I like to get my body into an alkaline state. And I'm not going to go into all of that, but disease can't function in an alkaline state. And so I'm always trying to add more light and more ways to support my body into very functional, optimal performance. So I like to add lemons. I've done limes. I've done orange slices for my daughter. I've done cucumber, strawberries, like whatever, because I'll get tired of just plain water. Another option that I've used for for my kids is like Mio. They have those Mio drops. And I mean, that's not like, I'm still adding, substance to their stuff, but it's a better option for them than getting soda or getting fruit juice or something like that, all those other things. And so I always try to think of like, what's the next best option that I could make if I'm wanting, you know, something else. So that's an option, like Crystal Light or the Mio drops, or they have stevia drops, stuff like that that you can get. But really your best option is water with lemons or limes in it. Okay, so that's the first one. I think you've heard enough about water. So the other thing, the second thing that I want to talk to you about is vegetables. So I really believe that our body was given to us as a gift from God. It was given to us to experience this life. And so I'm always thinking of food as fuel instead of like, I can't have all these other things if I want to be healthy. I can't have pizza. I can't have chocolate. I can't have, you know, all the things that actually taste really yummy. Well, first of all, that's not true. You can have those things. And number two, I'm always thinking of how much more light and how much more connection can I bring into my body to support it? How can I work with my body more to support it, to lead it to where I'm wanting it to go? And not only that, if you're adding more light in, and I'll explain what I mean in a second, if you're adding more light in, you can connect more to your mind, your heart, your spirit. I believe our bodies house our spirits. And I want to connect into my body so that I can connect to my source. Okay, clear mind, clear heart, functional body. Okay, so how do I do that? Well, guess what? God provided me my body. He also provided you this beautiful earth full of vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, all sorts of things to support us, right? And we are going to packages, which man provided, and they're putting chemicals in and all sorts of stuff. So I just think, how can I connect more to my source and my true spirit? I can allow more light in, more vegetables that God provided for me. So I don't care how you get your vegetables in. You can have salads. You can have smoothies. You can juice it. You can, I mean, this isn't like the totally best option, but you can do a V8 if you don't want to juice your food. You can puree them and add them into things. You can eat them raw. You can cut them up. You can grill them. You can steam them. I don't care how you get them, but you get to focus on adding them into your life. So the easiest thing is to start adding them into every meal. And you're going to think, what? Yes, add them into your meals. Every single meal I'm focusing on, like even just like a small amount of a vegetable or a fruit, it doesn't matter. Because let's look at vegetables for a second. If you were to slice a carrot, it looks like an eye. If you were to slice an onion, it looks like the cell. If you really were to look at it, it looks like a cell in your body. Look at an avocado. An avocado actually heals the womb and helps with different womanly things like fertility and stuff like that. So avocado actually heals the womb. Kidney beans look like a kidney. Celery looks like bones. Broccoli looks like all of your, oh my gosh. Broccoli looks like your arteries and all that stuff. A tomato, it's red. Okay. Tomatoes help with the heart. It's red. It has chambers just like the heart. So if you start to notice those things about vegetables, if you just start paying attention, look like a walnut, that's a nut, and it actually is good energy for your brain. it looks like a little miniature brain. If you were to look at a walnut, it looks like a little miniature brain. So all of these things, if you start to notice around you what God provided us on this earth to actually fuel our systems, it's going to make a difference in how you look at how you can support your body. So how can you connect more to light? How can you add more light? And for me, I want all the support that I can possibly get to connect to my Father, to connect to my potential, to connect to my highest version of myself. And so that's what I'm looking for. If I'm having an energy slump in the afternoon and my brain feels foggy, I'm going to grab a handful of walnuts, because I know that they're going to fuel my brain. Okay. If I want energy, or I want my kids to have energy, we used to fill the cooler full of, so my son played baseball, and we would go to baseball games. And then I don't know if like any sports arenas, they have like a snack shack, and it's like chips and hot dogs and all sorts of stuff. And so I started like packing our own cooler, and I would make like these pinwheels of like a healthy tortilla with like some lunch meat. And I would give my kids the little clementines, which are cuties, the little baby oranges. And I would talk to them about how like they would want like chips and stuff. And I would talk to them when they were little about, this orange is going to actually give you energy. Like, we want to give ourselves things that are going to give us more energy and make us feel good and light and run faster and all that stuff. And so, like with broccoli, we would put broccoli on their plates and tell them that they get to eat the trees. So we just like made it fun. So it wasn't like broccoli again, or all my friends get to have chips and stuff and I'm stuck with an orange. It was like, no, we're going to have an orange because this is what an orange provides you. It provides you more energy. It's going to give you nutrients. So that is one way to really look at food, and then get super consistent with that. So like I said, start where you're at, and then you can little by little expand, because I don't want you on a diet ever anymore, because this is what we do as women. We go starve ourselves, and then we binge on the weekends, and then we go back and we go through this cycle over and over, and then we have guilt, and then we have shame, and then we have like, it's just this crazy thing. And if we just switch our mindset to, how can I actually feel good and light and energized and vibrant? Like, how can I do that? You're going to naturally choose clementines and strawberries and like things like that over the things that make you feel heavy. Do I want to feel light, or do I want to feel heavy? That's a question that you can ask yourself. And sometimes you're going to go for the chocolate. There's nothing bad in that. It's just a matter of like, are you taking it to a level of numbing and sedating and punishing and guilt and like all of that to a point where you're actually not feeling in your highest vibration, you're not feeling good? Or are you like, oh, I really love a piece of chocolate or a brownie, and I'm going to feel good and still operate at my highest capacity? So just some things to ask yourself. The third thing I want to tell you about is exercise. So this is the deal. The best exercise program and the best exercise thing for you to do is the one you'll do. There's no secret best workout on the planet. I can give you really kick butt workouts, but if you will not do them, they are not the ones for you. So Your goal is to start and get consistent, whatever that looks like for you. So if you're just starting and you haven't been on an exercise program for a long time, then your goal is to do something like go out for a walk, 10 minutes, get consistent, do that every day. When I first started my journey, I felt like we were just freaking poor. Like that wasn't the reality of it, but I just felt like I didn't have the money to join a gym. I didn't have the funds at the time. I didn't know how to create as well as I do now, but it was just kind of like, okay, what can I do? So I'm going to turn that into you. What can you do? What is possible? What is going to get you off the couch? What is going to get you into a groove that you can realistically do every single day? So for me, that looked like my kids were little and my husband was working out of town all the time. So I felt like I was a single mom because he was out of town, and they were little, and I couldn't leave them at the gym, or I felt like I couldn't. And so I just started out by, in our neighborhood, I would get up early, and not like super early, but like maybe 6, and I would put on my shoes. I would get my clothes ready the night before, and I would make a joke like, okay, I know I wanted to do something different. And so I would make a joke like, I got to do this before my brain tells me I don't want to. So, because I know it gets to be done, but if I wake up and let myself think about it, I'm not going to do it. So I would get my clothes ready the night before, and I would put them by my bed, so that when my alarm went off and my kids were still asleep, I would, like, the first thing I would do was hurry and get dressed into my workout clothes. So I get into my workout clothes. And of course I got like one new outfit so that I could feel cute. Right. And then all I did was my thought was that I was going to run around the block. Well, what happened was I ran about a quarter. I ran a quarter and then couldn't breathe. So I ran a quarter and then walked the other 3 parts back into my house. And I would run into my house and I would check on all of my kids, and then I would do it again. And so the first week, it's been a while. So the first week, I just remember I took it in strides. So the first week I probably went around twice. And then after that, the next week I was like, okay, I'm going to try and run halfway and then walk the other half, and then run halfway and walk the other half. And then the next week I was like, okay, this time I'm going to just try to go all the way around, and then come in, check on the kids, go all the way around. And so that is literally how my whole journey started. Now, if I want to, I can do like a good 2-hour workout if I want to. And it doesn't bother me. I can go to a class, I can do cardio, I can go lift heavy. It doesn't bother me anymore. I have that capacity, but I had to build that. And I'm not saying that you have to work out for 2 hours. That's not what I'm saying. Actually, a lot of times it's better not to. But I do it because I enjoy it. And it's kind of part of my self-care now. And so my point with that is walking outside is free. Now, it snowed in Utah today. Yesterday, I took my dog on a walk, and today there's 6 inches of snow. So I wasn't about to go out for a walk again, but you can change it up. But I just want you to hear, like, get started wherever you're at. It doesn't matter if it feels like it's not going to be good enough, because consistency is what matters. That's what's going to get you moving forward. So those 3 things, the first one is water. The second one is get your vegetables in. And the third one is to get consistent in your exercise. So super easy tips. They're so simple that you might think that they're too simple and they're not going to get you anywhere, but I promise you they will. I promise you those 3 things, if you implemented them this week, it will make a difference and you will actually feel lighter. You will feel better. So what I want you to really hear from me, though, that I see in this industry a lot is us as women, we put a lot of our self-worth into what our body looks like. And I want you to hear that it does not matter if you are a size 2 or you're a size 20. Your worth does not change. You are still amazing. You are still unique. You have a lot to give. You have a lot of value to share. And I want you to know that we can see that in you. And it does not matter what your body looks like as far as that goes. It does not matter. Your worth does not depend on what your body looks like. Now, let me tell you what I do believe, though. I do believe that God gave us our bodies as a gift. And I don't believe that our worth, that it gives you your worth, what your body looks like, but I do believe that He intended for us to fortify and take care of our bodies. I don't think He sent us here to fill it with garbage. I don't think that His intent for our bodies was to numb our challenges with food, to stuff our emotions with food, or to take our trauma and our challenges and our chaos and lay on the couch and sedate our minds with television or social media. I just don't think that was His intent for us. I really believe that before we came down here, we had a conversation with our Father in front of our other angels and our brothers and sisters, and we said, we want to experience this. I want to experience what this feels like. I want to know what this feels like. And I am going to go down there and I am going to serve with purpose. And women, my sisters, we are here to lead with purpose. I understand that you can have challenges, and I understand that sometimes there's so much chaos that you put yourself, you're trying to survive, and you have such big challenges that your body gets put on the side and you do whatever you can do and you do whatever you know at the time. I understand that, but it is a choice for you to stay in that. It is a choice for you to move through it. And I truly, truly believe that as you add more light into your life, so the light of Christ, through prayer, through mindset, through taking care of your body, like it freaking matters, because we were designed to come down here and live to our truest potential. We were designed to come down here and lead our families with love and optimism and faith and trust and joy and experience. And if you are so stuck in the chaos and you are not taking care of yourself, you cannot lead your family. You cannot go play with your kids if you're stuck on the couch and you're feeling your body's full of junk time. Don't you want to go run out and play and hike and experience life the way that God meant for us to experience it? It's up to you. It's up to you to change that for yourself. And I can tell you, It's not going to feel easy every day. It's not. You get to do the work. You get to do what is required to change your body. And it's okay if you've let yourself go, but now you have a choice to change it. You have a choice. And I know that's a little bit of tough love, but we are meant to shine. We are meant to thrive, and we are the leaders of our families. And some of our families are dying because we are not rising. So this, to me, this is when I first started to really feel good. I mean, I still believe that I was a good mom before and a good wife, but it completely changed the game for me when I started like really taking care of myself in these ways. And not only did it change me, it changed my daughters, my son, like so my son, when he was playing baseball, like he would actually be given different, like tons of Mountain Dew, tons of the Big League Chew bubble gum and all sorts of stuff. And he would actually come home and be like, Mom, I just need, like, I need water. I need some electrolytes. Like he knew when his body would shut down, like start to feel pain, he knew that if he had extra water and if he had other things, that his body would recover a lot faster. And you guys, we're the stewards of our family. Like we just are. We are the glue. And I start to think like about, this is kind of going off on a tangent, but like I think about like the pioneer women and how much strength they had to have to physically carry their babies and their children across the plains. And we don't necessarily have to carry our children across the plain, but we are required to hold such a steady stance for the chaos that our children are being faced with. We have to let the light into our own lives and lead with light so that we are prepared to help empower our children. We are prepared and we are close and we are connected to our souls and our bodies. So that's my little tangent on that. Well, you guys got what I believe here. So I wanted to offer you, so I have a cookbook, and this gives you a 4-week meal plan, and it also gives you shopping lists, recipes, and when you click the link below, you are going to get the PDF version of this cookbook. So you can click the link, you put in your email, and you get the PDF version of this cookbook. And then with that, because I just want to help you on your journey wherever you're at, you can join my Facebook community. With that, the link's in there, and it will take you through 30 days of just like tips and tricks that I use, and it's completely free. So you can join my community and it's just completely free. And this, like, it has recipes in it, if I do say so myself, some part of it ain't good. But it has recipes in it like normal people food, like crock pot roast beef dinner, pork crock pot enchilada mixes, protein crepes, veggie omelets, like tacos, stuff that like you're going to eat with your kids and stuff like that. And so it makes it easy. And so anyways, I just wanted to offer that for you. And then I also have my Girl on Fire 90-day program. So if you're wanting to really step into the gym and really learn like the power and the strength in that level, I do offer a 12-week, a 90-day program that I take you through those. But this is going to be your free thing that you can just download right now. And then if you want more support, you can just join my Facebook community. And I just share stuff in there and kind of take you along with the journey, and it's all free. And just because I want to get you started, I want you to see that fortifying your body, like taking care of your body, doesn't have to be like super hard. It does take focus. It does take work, but you can still eat the things that you love and still get a rockin' body. So I hope that you have an amazing day, and that's all for today. Mwah.